Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. Today we're going to look at keeping pests off your fruit trees without using pesticides. What we're going to talk about using is kaolin clay, and if I butchered that, well, I'm going to tell you too bad. This clay is actually used in making clay pots, different creations. If you're familiar with making them out of clay and baking them, but it's a really fine clay, and it can be used to deter insects from your fruit trees. It's really effective. It's not that big a deal to apply it. Now, as far as the recommended rate is 1.5 to 2 cups per gallon. And you can use just about any sprayer. I'm going to use this little one. This little one is good because, and I got my helper here, anything that's a box, she's got to be off in. But it can be used for spraying on your fruit trees. Now, the best time to spray, we'll go through that first, is before your buds start actually opening. You don't want to spray this while your flowers are open. It could affect the bees and affect pollination as far as that goes. What it does is you spray it, and it's like a muddy water. I mean, it's just like dirty water. It's sprayed on there and it dries, and for some reason insects don't like it. I don't know if it's because it covers up some scent, if it's because the way that it coats on there, but anyway, it deters them from affecting your fruit. Now, if you have, and every year I have a problem with my plums. I'll get good fruit set. I have good fruit set right now, but they end up falling off. What happens when they end up little bugs, or I don't know if it's a moth or a fly or whatever, but they'll take and I guess lay their egg in it or something. But anyway, you'll end up with a worm in it, and then the tree will drop it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to spray some of this on here. I've got my half-gallon sprayer with 1 cup of clay mixed in it, and we're going to go out here and spray the fruit trees. And like I say, we want to spray the ones that are not flowering. Now, if you have fruit that's already set and your plant's still flowering, just spray the fruit that's set. And you might have to repeat this, whenever it rains, go out there and spray a little bit on it again. But it's well worth a little bit of effort that it takes. And you don't have to worry about the toxicity, and making your fruit where it's basically inedible unless you like eating chemicals. Because you can say, well, it's on there, it's got so many days, and then it's safe to eat. I question that all the time. What's safe? And the longer that people start going through this, there's not a lot of studies that are done that's going to show the effects of the little bit of residue that's left with your regular chemical insecticides. So, but as far as the clay, it does work. A lot of people swear by it, and I purchased mine last year after my crop was set, because I said this year I'm not going to have that problem. So anyway, we're going to go spray these trees. All right. Now you can use this for apples, plums, peaches, whatever. Now you notice this is still blooming, but you can see over here where the fruit's set, and there's no more flowers, so we don't have to worry about our pollinators. And we're just going to spray that on there. We'll get it from both directions. Now, you can see it's just brown. Now, this is not going to hurt the leaves. It might slow down as far as the photosynthesis a little bit, but as far as it's not going to hurt those leaves. And we're going to go ahead and do this with our other tree too. You can see we have a whole lot of fruit set here. Normally we don't have any that gets to this size, but it's kind of bloomed early because of the weather, and so I think the insects that affect it. Now we are seeing some of these. Well, I was going to catch it and see if I could tell. We see some. Now these are probably just a few that didn't get pollinated good or something, and they will fall off. But in other years, we've had a whole lot of them fall off. Now, I don't know on some of these, such as this, you can see a little place. Now, whether it's got it or not, we want to make sure that we don't get any more. And even though I've got this little sprayer, I can spray up high with it. All I've got to do is adjust the nozzle and spray. But I'm going to spray this tree here. And I'm going to spray this one over here. Now, I don't know how well a fruit set it'll have because it bloomed a lot later. It doesn't look real well. There is some fruit that's on there that's growing, but we're going to spray this whole tree because all these blooms are spent, and we don't want to end up with a situation to where we lose any unnecessary fruit. Okay, I've got this sprayed. It doesn't take but a few minutes. And we'll see how this does as far as if we get the results like other that use this method. And while I'm out here, there's two things I want to discuss. As far as one of them is, as you can see, we end up with sucker limb that come out from the bottom and these little sprouts that come out the side. Now, this is the ideal time when they first start coming out to just pop them off. Now, I have a few that has fruit that is setting, like right here. I'll leave those, but these other ones I'm going to, and it's just a matter of when they're like that, you can rub them off because you don't want all these little limbs coming out and setting, and then they're going to get big, and you're going to have to prune that stuff back off. There's no reason to have to do a lot of extra work when it's just so simple at this time of year to just pop these off. And if you do this quickly after that, and some of these are sprouting where it's been cut off before, but if you do that at this stage, it's just very easy to take care of them and get them off of there. But that's what I recommend. I'm gonna go back and do some more. You can see some of these are really fast growing, and this would just be a lot that I have to take care of. Now, when I sprayed this, I could not get to the top. This tree is probably about 15 feet, which I didn't want that tall, but I waited way too late to prune it down. I'll prune it back with some summer pruning. After the fruit set is over with, I'll trim this thing down part way, and then when I do my winter prune, I'll take care of the rest of it because it has been kind of neglected. I don't want to say that I neglect it, but as a lot of us, we get busy with other things, and sometimes other things take priority. So anyway, this is a great method to take care of your fruit trees without having to put on nasty insecticides or even using some of the organic pesticides that we don't really know how they're affect us down the road. But anyway, I hope you found some value in this video. Of course, if you want to see more like this and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe, hit the bell, select all. And of course, give it a big thumbs up and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.